You know, it's one thing that I've come to find out is relatively easy being poor. It's being persecuted. I'm persecuted so easily by rich people and poor people alike. Horribly persecuted. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could the poor be persecuting the poor, Nolan? Well, it's actually quite simple. All they have to do is persecute each other in the name of the rich. If the rich people don't want you to have a spot to sit, then poor people will definitely make sure that you also do not have a spot to sit. If rich people want you to stink like high manure so that way you can't get a job, then poor people also will make sure that you stink to high heaven and can't get a job. Do rich people want you, yes, you, my audience inside my head, do they want you to believe that drinking is so bad of a sin that God will have you raped for it? Well, the poor have to do double the work for yet still all of the payoff. And what finer ways to see how persecution affects the poor than here inside America, what I call Mystery Babylon the Great, mother of all prostitutes and abominations of this world. And I bet you guys all remember how I feel about those abominations. Yes, in this land of taboos where we make the taboo normal as well as prostitution of our daughters by telling them to open up OnlyFans. We love persecution. It's like, if I'm an American and persecuting you for smoking and drinking isn't a part of my forte as a preacher, then I'm failing myself as an American. And there's this verse, that verse, the other verse, all saying about how drink is a mocker and a brawler in Proverbs, which Christ told us, treat those old passions of those prophets and treat them like they were idiots about it all. And then there's just these curious verses that I remembered reading all the way back in 2018 that just aren't there anymore. Like the exact quote, "Beware that when you drink, so that it does not lead to drunkenness, for sobriety is remembrance of the Lord." And how yet still anyone trying to be a part of a convent and be a preacher should still be abstaining from the drink altogether in order to keep themselves sober-minded. But yet still we must realize that Jesus drank with kings, and so too will his Father at the end of days, as well as with the poor, because they are the lamb, the shepherd, and the sheep gate.